Great.
Good morning. I didn't hear the Tapjoy guys yelling in the background. There must, like they did yesterday, there must be hangovers kicking in. There they are. So speaking of which, who had the late night? Where was it? I know Marty had a lot of you guys stand up yesterday as far as first time iMedia is in second, but how about the people that actually hosted the parties last night? Why don't we stand up real quick and identify yourselves? No, it was a joke. Sit. No, that was actually great that you guys did that. And seriously, is anyone in the West Tower hearing the geese? Or is that just me every morning screaming at the geese? No? Wow, okay. So in case you guys forgot, I'm Chris and this is Cathleen. So again, try not to get us mixed up. Back to the newbie comment. I hope the newbies are still with us and alive and well. Raise your hand or holler out if you do intend to come back and you're having a good time, if you're a newbie.
All right.
Newbies, come on. All right. And if
that's the power of the first night right there.
That's the power of the first night. And if you've been to your 15th or 20th and you still plan on coming back, how about a little holler out for that as well? All right. So me too. I'm going to keep coming back as well. It was a great afternoon yesterday, great evening. Cathleen and I really enjoyed trying to get through the room and through the one-on-ones to talk to each of you. Obviously, we can't get to everybody, but just the overall sense, I think, of excitement of being here. It certainly helps back to the venue and the weather to make people feel good about being at a conference, but I think the content and the speakers yesterday were outstanding. So a couple themes that Cathleen and I talked about, and just wanted to do a very light recap. It's only 87 slides. No, it's a joke. There's no slides from us this morning. Number one, this is about partnership and conversation. I really believe many of you have embraced this theme. It's not about a campaign and an IO. This is about relationships and partnerships, and we kicked off yesterday morning with that theme, and I really believe that has been embraced throughout the day yesterday through conversations and panels, and I think the American Express Twitter case study demonstrates a true partnership at a very high level. The term native advertising continues to drum up a consistent theme, not only in conversations but also on Twitter, and I think that really reinforces what this is about, which is people, the end consumer. I am bullish on believing that we are about to turn the corner as an industry and really put in what matters first, which is the end user and people as it relates to advertising. And native came up endlessly again from Shane as well from the Twitter presentation. And then we'll give a great round of applause for a big theme yesterday, which was all the great women speakers and panelists that we had throughout the afternoon. I think, I forget who called that out, but it's great to see so many talented female executives on the iMedia stage. And then, one more before I pass on to Cathleen, which I think is a very important, which is the beyond the Facebook conversation. And that was another one that was just, constantly drummed up. What are the alternatives beyond Facebook? If we look at Facebook as a great platform to leverage fans from a community management standpoint, and we can look at buying Facebook ads as a media solution, there's an entire other ecosystem of media opportunities, both within social, on Facebook, through applications, we talked about that, but including mobile. And we can't lose sight of that and not bring the conversation back to Facebook every single time we get to a conference, and I think that was recognized. And on that Facebook note,
yeah, I think that was a great theme. I had about a dozen conversations throughout the day about what is social. Does it start and end with Facebook? And I think the clear consensus is no. It's one of the most powerful and biggest hows, but it's certainly not it. We all know that there is amazing thought leadership and power in this room. And I don't know if anyone noticed, but the Facebook stock is down about 17% today. Draw your own conclusions. I'm not saying it's causal, but there are a lot of opportunities in social. Not all of them exist in Facebook. So I wanted to go over a little bit about what we're going to do today and why we should be excited about it, because I know I am very excited about it. So we're going to start off with a great presentation from Rockfish. And it's going to be focusing on what can brands do in the space of solo-mo, what can we be doing, how can we harness consumer behavior in this new and exciting space. We're going to go into a data panel, which I am very excited about. We all know what audience buying is or should be. We'll get a little primer on it. But what can we do to leverage these massive data platforms to help us learn and help us evolve in social, in local, and in mobile? So I'm really excited to see we've got great thought leaders there and how they're going to apply these new, how they're going to apply their big data sets to kind of new thinking and new opportunities. So really excited to see what we get there. There's awesome spotlights that we're going to break out for. Unfortunately, you can only pick 2 out of the 3, so pick wisely. Those are not going to be easy decisions. We then go back in here for an AT&T and Levi's case study. I'm super excited about this. I think we're going to get some great learnings on that. Again, returning to the theme of girl power, it's actually 2 women presenting, so that's great. And then we're going to end with the innovation showcase, which I am so excited about. I think I've talked to about half the room individually about some of these companies. There's 5 great companies that are going to be presenting. I've worked with almost all of them, and they're all fantastic. They're bringing new learnings and new insights and new thinking to these problems. And so really excited to see what they show you guys and hopefully open up your eyes to a new way of looking at social, at mobile, and at local in ways that aren't just using the old problems old solutions for new problems. A couple housekeeping things. First of all, let's go ahead and thank all of our sponsors for last night's activities. We had, Without them, none of this would be possible. So really appreciate your support, everyone, and making this happen. It's just such a great event. Just a reminder, Wi-Fi network, iMedia, dictionary.com, case sensitive, so beware. I have yet to actually solve that problem. There you go. Twitter, we've had a great conversation on Twitter so far. Please join in today. It is fantastic. There have been so many great comments. We harvest a lot of our thinking and a lot of our questions there, so we're going to do a lot more Q&A today. If you're shy, if you're unsure whether your question is something that's appropriate, please post it to Twitter. We do watch it. We do listen. We use that feedback to kind of craft what our next questions are going to be.
And we are emotional, sensitive people, so just think about what you post and how we would feel about it. Thank you.
That's a really good point. And then just a reminder, on your tables are the forms for the next wave, which is kind of an innovation showcase that we are debuting, I believe, awarding in October. Is that correct? At the Breakthrough Summit. It's very exciting. It's a great opportunity for a lot of the new companies that you're seeing and hearing today, and ones that we won't even know about for another couple months, but will be solving problems that we have today in this space. So please get involved. And then the last housekeeping item is kind of what's coming up on the iMedia calendar. So I think we have a couple great summits. I've been to the iMedia Entertainment Summit. It's a lot of fun. Really great case studies, great thought leaders in the LA area as well. Brand Summit, it might be my first brand summit this year. And then Breakthrough in Austin. So great stuff. And with that, any closing remarks? Or?
Yeah, well, actually, one of the things I wanted to ask the audience before I kicked off is that if there were any questions that people wanted to throw out at Kathleen and I, or in regards to the content yesterday, you can raise your hand. I won't pause now and see if anyone has a question, but I think if there's one thing that Kathleen and I really want to ensure happens today that she mentioned is just really keep this a little bit more two-way and have some Q&A. That's why you guys are here. It's really important. This isn't a one-way conversation. So that includes the two of us, any comments that we've made, any suggestions that we've made, but please do throw out your hand if there's something that you want to suggest, and we're going to do our best to try to ensure there's at least 5 or 6 minutes at the end of each speaker. I know Josh's panel, we've allocated about 15 minutes. Speaking of which, there was, I don't know if you guys know Josh, but he was the guy wearing the Cubs hat for 2 days straight. There's another guy that looks just like him wearing a suit today, and I'm trying to find out where my real friend Josh is, not that guy. So I think we covered the housekeeping. We wanted to really consolidate and highlight the important themes that we're both pulling from this conference and these conversations, and to really simplify it and really believe that today we're going to have that same level of enthusiasm and excitement. Generally Tuesday, the energy levels begin to drop a little bit because people have house parties and geese are screaming at 4 in the morning. But outside of that, really encourage you guys to energy up, juice up your coffee, do what you need to do to make sure that you maximize another full day here while you're at this conference. You guys have plenty of time to check email and read whatever you like to read when you get home or on your plane ride back. So take advantage of the day here and the people that are here before that window closes out. And thank you for letting Kathleen and I co-host and co-chair with you guys the last couple of days. Thank you.